Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Superstars Wrestling Review series on Pro Wrestling Logic for the 1st of August, 1992. And as we wander through these episodes, we're getting close to SummerSlam, about a month away, 30 days away from SummerSlam. Nasty Boys against Kerry Davis and Russ Greenberg. Greenberg, relatively regular enhancement talent over the next several years, and I don't know that he's first here, but he's here for what I think is one of the first times, maybe not the first time, probably not, but major guy over the next few years. Anyway, Nasty Boys are your former tag team champions, obviously still under the tutelage of Jimmy Hart, and Nasty's in high energy, still on a collision course. According to promos, Brian Knobbs grinding the face of one of the enhancement talents into the ground for a good bit. Does the clotheslines and other various rolling related spots. Jerry Sags comes in, manages to be pretty dominant here. I mean, it's, really a basic match as to be expected. Knobbs and Sags are with the WWF for about another year or so. Power slam and top rope elbow drop by the Nasty Boys for the win. We go to the update. Macho Man and the Ultimate Warrior featured in the update segment. Basically, they're hyping their to-come match. And Savage goes down to the ring and basically gets beat up, as we saw previous week, by Ric Flair. Warrior makes the save. Iron Mike Sharp against the Intercontinental Champion Bret Hart is up next. Iron Mike Sharp, of course, has been part of the WWF for quite a number of years. Interesting to see him given a shot at the Intercontinental Champion here. Bret Hart's mother, part of this process, as she's kind of upset about the impending match between Davey Boy Smith, and they're really driving home the separation of the family, which they do again in 1995. I think it was better done in 95 than it is here with two baby faces, but again, maybe they could have even tied that together if and when we get to 1995. There's not a lot of that time frame available on the network. Anyway, clothesline by Bret from the second rope, and there's that the heel, or I thought he was going for the heel kick, but instead goes for the sharpshooter, gets him over, and it's a very quick match for the Intercontinental Champ. Event Center. British Bulldog says he does not plan to lose, wants to reunite the family when given the opportunity. And we kind of see the Bulldog as a babyface who's more on the babyface side. Hart tends to lean a little bit heel here. I don't know if that's by design or just the thought that somebody had to. And going into Wembley Stadium in the UK, it makes more sense. Shawn Michaels says he's the prettiest man alive. He'll take care of Rick Martel. Martel thinks he's a model, but Michaels says he's the sexiest man alive. We go to Martel. Martel blaming Shawn Michaels for interfering in a match with Bret Hart for the Intercontinental Championship, I believe on Primetime Wrestling, or one of the kind of SummerSlam spectacular type things. Hope to get to cover that. I remember the match, I just don't remember the details of said contest. Very basic arm work on Bill Pierce by Martel. Martel almost, I would say, not a choke slam, but throws the man back by the back of the neck. That kind of maneuver there, and we see several kicks and a series of knees by Martel. Hard to think that within 2 years of this point, Rick Martel out of the WWF, out of wrestling for a couple of years, other than some Canadian independent tours. But Martel with the inverted atomic drop here manages to hook in the Boston Crab, gets the victory there. Undertaker and Paul Bearer up next. Basically, they hype the match with Kamala. Admit Kamala is scared of the the upcoming impending match. SummerSlam 92, the first pay-per-view that actually I got in my own house. Before that, from 89, SummerSlam 89 was the first pay-per-view I got to watch as a kid. And by SummerSlam 92, we got cable. So first pay-per-view I remember watching as a kid. Still weird that it was a Monday night. Kids hadn't gone back to school yet for the year, though. Really a good show if you've never seen it. If you're a newer fan, younger person, worth going out of your way to see SummerSlam 92, a stadium show before they became yearly WrestleMania traditions. Certainly worth seeing. Papa Shango and Tony Roy. Tony Roy, a New England independent standout guy, a guy that I knew pretty well. Trained predominantly by Killer Kowalski. And does a lot of enhancement talent work from about 91, 92 through 96 or so. Anyway, the Papa Shango character finally getting to wrestle, not using the magic this week, and I can see why they're not using Shango, aka the later Godfather, to wrestle a lot here. He's got very limited moves. Big clothesline, almost like the Undertaker does, though, leaping clothesline. And goes to the corner, says an incantation at the skull hanging on the ringside area, and then we see the picking up of the adversary almost as an insult to injury. Pretty big deal. Nerve hold here, inverted chin lock and the like, shoulder breaker. And the win for Papa Shango. We go to the event center. Kamala is endorsed by Kemshi and Harvey Whippleman. Whippleman basically upset with the fact that the Undertaker's trying to cause trouble for his man. They are sure, though, that eliminating the Undertaker is bound to happen. Bret Hart says he's not coming in to lose. Basically says that he doesn't want to go at family. It's not easy for him, but he'll do what he has to do to walk out with the Intercontinental Championship. And then we go to the SummerSlam report. I mean, every interview for the next month is about SummerSlam, and I think that's one of the arts of promotion that, ultimately is not here now. I don't think they have to do monthly pay-per-views anymore or network previews. I think you could easily get away with doing them less often. Shawn Michaels basically says he is the true model of the area, sexiest man. Sherry Martel goes off pretty hard. Michaels looking at a heart-shaped mirror and promises to get even with Martel. Remember, the stipulation of the Michaels and Martel match is that neither man can hit each other in the face. Sherry Martel is enamored with both of these individuals. And then we go to Flex Armstrong and Richie Rich versus the LOD. As the, I guess you'd say, next to last, or actually last match of the week. LOD, the former tag team champions, they now have Rocco with them. I know the last major match for LOD is SummerSlam 92 against Money Incorporated, but I don't know how many matches they actually had after SummerSlam 92. But a lot of that is traced back to not liking the Rocco doll, complaints about money and the like. The enhancement talent here doesn't do the best of jobs of putting specifically Hawk's power over, and that doesn't go very well. Big clothesline by Animal, who tags in more to keep Hawk at bay. You kind of had to have been in the business to notice the miscommunications there. Belly-to-belly suplex, and again the tag off on the other enhancement talent. And even he's not selling terribly well. Just a lot of miscommunications, and Hawk tries to get things going, and this is just a really clunky enhancement match. Military press on the newer enhancement talent just kind of drops the man in the middle, but there's almost like maybe he sells for 2.3 seconds, right back up, and Hawk kicks him in the face with what looks like a reasonable level of force. Then we see the clothesline in the corner, sets up for the Doomsday Device, and LOD is victorious. Then we go to another Razor Ramon vignette, probably the last one of the bunch. Guys playing board games. Razor said he's not about playing craps, not about gambling, not about playing games, not about playing dominoes. He says he's going to knock down all the dominoes in the WWF, and it's clear that Razor Ramon, even at this point, before he even debuts, going to be a major character. Event Center, Beverly Brothers talk about being an undefeated, unbeaten tag team, and Unbeatable talks about taking out the natural disasters, and then Money Incorporated talks about LOD not being happy that they're not the tag team champions, but they will turn in basically a championship performance at SummerSlam. LOD and Money Inc., I think, opened the show, if I remember correctly. But anyway, that will close this episode. We'll be back with more right after this.